Okay, hello everyone. Uh, Thanks for joining again. Um, yeah, yesterday I had a stream making the Finland track, and today we're gonna continue that. Let me just prepare my setup and everything. Sorry for starting this late. I was busy today. I had a guest over who actually played all my games. Mostly Podvarak. It was a nice playtest. For the first time, I saw somebody actually play the game. So let's see. What do I need? I need Blender. I need Visual Studio. Okay. Okay, so while the track is opening, I can start. So this stream is not going to be very long. I literally have two things in mind to do, and hopefully I will finish them in a reasonable time. So yeah, let's start. Actually, I have everything is on. Okay. So hello everyone. Welcome to stream number 15. This is the from the start of Shakedown game. I did 14 other streams, which is very nice. And yesterday we did Procgen track, which kind of looks like this. All right, it's a very short looped track, and it is derived from this stem object. Is everything working? Yes, everything is okay. How is everyone doing, by the way? Hope everything is good. So yesterday we made this stem, which today I just extended by a bit. So yeah, you can see that if I modify this one, I can the road changes as well. So the road uses a geometry node to generate the whole track. I use my custom stack along curve to deform the mesh, and then I add some noise here. Pick a grass material because I have the road and I have the grass, right? So I pick the grass and I use it because I want to. I apply the planar map, so I change the UV so that I have a nice planar UV. And what I do is I join the geometries and I output into the group, which then is output. But I have another object which is only the trees, which I use the same node for generating the road, but then I use the road to actually feed it into a generator. Feed it into this instance. How do you say, distributor, which then uses the mesh of the grass to put trees on. But the problem is that the trees right now do not export for some reason correctly. And the reason for that is that, yeah, you can see here, if I increase density, you know, I can make more trees. But the problem is that the trees are incorrectly so yeah, the problem is that there's too many vertices of the trees and I can't actually export them as a single object. So I need some kind of a workaround. And also I have no idea why they don't show up in the final mesh when everything looks fine. There are faces, there are vertices, and when I export it actually is fine. Hello Farfaday, I need to try to connect on my tablet. I'm going to see you in 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, yeah. See you. So, basically what I had an idea is instead of having these trees as a mesh, I want to actually export a mesh that only has dots. So, right now, if we go into MS Paint, I have the roads, and then I have trees placed randomly, right? Like this, everywhere. And the thing is that I bake the mesh, and there's a lot of vertices. There's a lot of trees here. So, yeah, a lot of, like, every tree is, well, first, every tree is the same. And secondly, every tree has how many vertices? Where is the data? Where is the vertex data? Why doesn't it show up? There used to be like a mesh analysis. Oh, there it is. Wait. Mesh analysis? No, this is not it. Statistics. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, is this the whole scene statistic? No, this is just this. Okay. So there's 400 vertices and 400 triangles approximately, which is not bad. Not bad at all. But the thing is that when you merge it, there's a lot of vertices for the whole forest, right? And for some reason, it doesn't really export. So, I don't know what's up with these instances and why don't they show up exactly. So I use this to place the instances. Let me check and maybe I can see. Hello. I'm here, can't connect my tablet, so PC time. Okay. Sorry again for starting this late. But yeah, I was busy today. Let's see, random value. What am I doing here wrong? Shade smooth, this is where I select geometry, I split it. I say, I take a spruce, put geometry, randomly select rotation. What if I remove this? It doesn't change anything, it's still invisible. Is it because I did not assign a material? I did assign material. What if I put some other material? No, that doesn't work. What if I convert it to a mesh? Nope. Okay, interesting. So, can I force it? Realize it. What about if I just put instances? Okay, so instances work, right? There's something wrong with realize instances. Is there like material index is 0? Okay. Shade smooth is on. Realize instances disappears. Makes transparent. Make transparent textures almost completely disappear. This is part of a larger issue. The realize instances node currently does not propagate information about what attributes are a UV map and what are generic attributes. It can be solved by using the attribute in the shader explicitly as shown in the image below. Okay, so it does actually require a custom material. So let's add the attributes and say UV map and put it into here. Let's see. Okay, so that fixed it. Nice. Not bad. So yes, you do actually need just to preview it. Okay, cool. But the problem is that, yeah, so exporting these doesn't work. Let's see, convert to mesh. And it says it has 66,000, wait, 42,000 vertices. That's not actually above the 16-bit size, right? So, yeah, let's try to export actually this. And let's see what happens. I need to convert first the attributes. Okay. And then I have to export, and I say Finland, export, and that's it. I can revert now. And if I launch the game, yeah, I forgot I didn't even show the game. Okay, and there are no trees. For why, I don't know. There are these test trees. The meshes should still exist. What's the name of the mesh actually? Let's see. The name of the mesh is... well, I don't know what the mesh of the name. The name of the mesh is... wait, I need to look through assets, meshes. Yeah, this is terrible. Material. Scene. Oh no, I have an index of a mesh and not a name. Oh no. So, Finland trees, there it is, and it says the mesh is number 11,000. Nice. Yeah, but it doesn't render at all. So, why is there any object by the name of reverse lights doesn't exist? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here. Let's make sure that it has geometry nodes. Okay, let's convert again. I need to apply this. Oh shit! ID. Why is there an ID? Wait a minute. Where is the UV map? Okay, so this is the problem, I guess. Why did the UV map not export? So it should not export. Sorry, I meant that when you do this convert, apply and convert, it should apply the UE map. Oh, there it is. Okay, so does it not maybe work for multiple objects? Oh shit, it's my own script that sucks. So if I convert... Oh yeah, the UE map is missing. Oh no. Oh shit, okay, so there definitely is a problem with this. Okay, there's definitely a problem with the script. So for now, I'm just going to have to convert them individually like this. And let's see if this works. Oh, there are the trees. Okay, so that was the problem. So the problem was that the UE was not being converted from a geometry node attribute to my custom to the built-in UV map. And why? I guess because my script for conversion sucks. That's basically it. The central hole isn't very good. There's not hole. So yeah. This is my next task. So the trees kind of work, except they look terrible. And also, I noticed that in the game, the trees are not double-sided, they're only one-sided. So I'm going to have to add that. But the thing is that this hole is totally fake. I just designed it by hand, as you can see. It's not actually part of the mesh or anything. So I just took it and I said, okay, let's cover it a bit so I can make a nice video for Screenshot Saturday. But yeah, that's why there are holes. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to fill up that hole. And I want to do it procedurally. So the way I'm going to do that is, yeah, let's fix the trees later. Let's deal with the hole first. So in Blender, there is a thing, yeah, so yes, by the way, back to the to-do, right? There's two things I want to do today. Three, this is mesh. Okay. The first one, fill the central hole procedurally. Okay. And the second thing is make trees instances as mesh so that I can put the trees instead of the vertices. Did I revert to this? I totally forgot. Okay. So yes, let's fill up the hole. And the way that we're going to do that is in Blender, there is a thing that is called a vertex group. And let's see if a vertex group is it's actually possible to use a vertex group to select things. Oh no. I accidentally pressed 1, which actually toggles things. Okay, so we know that the inside is this. This is the inside, right? The inside edge is this, right? If I move it, wait, I'm gonna hide this hole for now. Just called plane, amazing. Bad hole. Okay. And so we know that this over here, so this is the prototype of the road, right? If I change any aspect of it, it changes automatically on the target as you can see here, right? I can like raise the road, or I can like extend the road or something, right? But the thing is that we know that this is the inside edge, right? And this inside edge is what needs to be held up, right? So the thing is that I'm gonna try using vertex groups. So there's a thing in Blender called vertex groups. You can make a new vertex group, right? And you can say, okay, assign this to the vertex group. And now if I select it, those two vertices will be selected, right? Select, yes, good. There's two vertices. So now let's call this the inner edge, and let's see if my geometry node can actually pick that up somehow. So inside this node, I'm going to try to get a vertex group. Oh, vertex neighbors. Interesting. Ah, interesting. Vertex count, face count. You can get neighbors. I might need that. Okay, so group. There's no such thing as a vertex group. Geometry nodes, vertex group. How to use and control vertex groups in geometry nodes. Okay. Oh, top face, bottom face. Huh? Oh, okay. So it is part of the vertex. Inner edge, there it is. Okay, so it appears as a attribute, which is nice. So that means that we can fetch this as an attribute as well. So we can say named attribute and inner edge. There it is. Cool. It's already there. So as the inner attribute, we are going to have so where do I plug it? I guess at the end, after we do everything. So let's yeah, so basically I need to split geometry. Whoop. I'm gonna yeah, let's make it like this. Split geometry split separate. It's not split, separate. Separate geometry. Okay, so I basically say, oh yeah, this is not a float. Oh, it is it a float? It is a float. Okay, so, or can you turn it into a bool? Can a float be turned into a bool? I don't know, let's see. Okay, I can plug this in. And I can say, is there like a float to bool or something? Float to integer, bool. Boolean math. Okay, so let's try to just output this, right? I'm gonna plug this geometry in, and I'm gonna pick a selection, right? Which I'm going to output here. So there it is. Perfect. Wow, this is great. So this is what we are left with, is just the inner edge, which is exactly what I need. Right? And the thing is that now what I want to do is that there is a thing called a hole. No, there is like a fill thing. Fill curve. Fill curve. But then we need to convert it into a curve. So the vertices we have here, the 143, you can see that the output geometry is turns into a just vertices and edges, which is very nice. What we need to do is we need to convert those vertices into a curve, right? And we say points curve. Let's see if there is like points to curve, something like that. Is there edges? Edge to curve? No. Well, but okay. What about curve to points? Points to vertices? What the hell is points to vertices? Okay. Curve. Let's wait. Let's use this menu. Curve. Nope. What about geometry? Something to... How do you convert vertices to... Jesus. Curve. I hate this. To curve. Mesh to curve. I guess this is it. Right? I can say... mesh. And then I can say curve. And then I can say outputs. So let's see what happens here. Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. We already got a mesh. Nice. So it does work. And is the actual... Yeah, it seems to be nice. You know. Well, we have these like overlapping points, but that's fine, right? What we really want to do is we want to merge some of these overlapping points. So before we do any curve filling, I'm actually surprised that this works out of the box. This is pretty amazing. It's super hot, by the way, today. What is it like over there for you? What's the temperature? Wherever you are. Today it was probably more than 30 or something. 34. Oh my god, tomorrow is 34 with rain. That's crazy. Okay. Interesting. So when is it gonna rain? In the morning? I don't know. But today was definitely like 34 or 35. It was really hot. Like I was sweating all the time. Anyway, let's go back to our beautiful mesh. I am surprised that this works. And we should actually apply this. We should actually put the UV, the planar map onto this. 1 week, 30 plus degrees. Yeah, yeah. Must be the whole Europe. Well, a week ago I was in Italy, and it was 33 degrees constant. But it was so humid because it was next to the sea. Really humid. In France, installier rain fromage 1 month. What? What does it have to do with cheese? It's raining cheese in France. Okay. Anyway. What did I want to make? Yes, so we have the filling of the curve, separating geometry. I noticed that the mesh to curve actually has a selection, so we don't actually need separating, right? We can just use this instead. So I can bypass this and it should totally work. Does it work? It doesn't work! It doesn't work. And why doesn't it not work? I don't know. Like, maybe that's not the same selection. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna get it back to here because, yeah, now it works. Okay, mesh to curve. Sorry, autocorrect. No rain from 1 month. Okay. I thought it was raining cheese in France. So cool. This is filling up things, which is nice. But yeah, let's actually move that to before this, so that we have this UV applied. And I think that the problem is that this thing does not have a material, right? Might be. Oh wait, what the hell? There's another joint geometry below. Yeah, let's actually move that before joint geometry, because this is part of the grass. This is part of the grass. And then this mesh goes into here, but I need to disconnect this first. Okay, so it should be the same. It is the same. And if I put it into the group output, there it is. There it is. There it is, completely broken because it doesn't have the rest of the grass. Okay, yeah, that's because I also need to join this thing. Reroute. Let's put it in here, and there it is. So the problem is that now, oh wait, it's not great. Oh right, I totally forgot. Oh Jesus, we have this problem. So the fill hole is actually a 2D operation. Oh no, I totally forgot about this. Okay, so somehow, yeah, I don't know why, but it only works in 2D. Is there a way to make a Blender geometry nodes fill curve 3D? Don't use the fill curve node. What else should you use then? Let's watch this video.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to show you these 3 node groups. This attribute statistic node doesn't work with fields. As you can see from this, at 500.
Whoa, what the hell is this?
More than 500 different faces that you want to fill. You're gonna need to.
Whoa, what the hell?
This node on
this guy is really geometry noding.
Another thing that I don't like, 500.
This is ridiculous. I don't want to do that.
When you don't
Jesus.
From 3 point, thanks to these nodes that we got in.
Fill curve. Maybe there's like a better one. Download all nodes here. Okay. Fill curve flattens the curve. Blender, geometry nodes, fill hole. Fill cap. Is there a way to do that easily? There's a boolean. The fill curve always creates a planar mesh. Right. I figured that out. You'll find the answer here. So, fill curve transfer attribute. Okay. So yeah, basically what they do is what I was thinking about doing. So they just like set the position, set the vertical position of the edge. So yeah, let's actually do that. So what I need to do is I need to transfer the position of the edge to this one. So yeah, where I have the fill curve, I need to transfer attribute. And this is not the most amazing thing, right? Because let's have this as a source, and the attribute is position. Source position. Oh, it's a bit different. Vector and index. Interesting. It's using an index. Interesting. Okay, and now I need to set the position of this. Whoops. Set position. And I have this position, I guess. Okay, so it kind of works, but the problem is that because these are not the closest indices, these are not closest at all. These are like some random. This is so weird. So it does partially work, but it takes some vertices from totally opposite side because the indices are not identical. That's the problem. Yeah, it's like triangulate. Wait a minute, there's a triangulate. What does the triangulate do? Shortest diagonal and beauty. Okay, I don't think it does anything. It's a hoax. Yeah, in my case it doesn't do anything. But the thing is that I don't want to actually transfer this. I want to transfer the nearest points. Okay, so it kind of works, except for some points it's... Yeah, the problem is that the nearest is incorrect for some points if they're too close. Ah, yes, 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 yes. So yeah, as you can see, it's almost correct. It's almost correct, but not entirely correct. Okay, what if I take actually this instead of... Oh yeah, I can't do that. Oh yeah, no wait, I can use a curve as the source. That won't work for sure. Yeah, because it doesn't have any points. Curve to mesh. Okay, so that still works, but the problem is that let's now make it an integer index, right? No, wait, I need to remember. No, this is vector, right? But it is an index based. Okay, almost. Almost. It still is not correct. So for most part it is correct, but for some reason these final vertices are completely... What the hell? This one is like going all the way to the edge, to the other end. Yeah. I don't know. So what actually I want to do now is what I had over there is actually okay. It's actually okay, but yeah, this is the best one. But before I do any of that, I actually do want to merge these inside vertices. So I split geometry, right? And let's try to merge by distance. Whoops. Let's move this. Merge by distance. And if I merge these, yeah, so everything gets screwed up. Amazing. So let's, like, if I merge by like 3 meters. Okay, everything gets screwed up, which is not good. Not good at all. Oh, right, because it's also, yeah, no, I actually want to do it afterwards. So the problem that I have right now is these locations where the two vertices are overlapping. What I want to do is I want to select the inner edge, and I want to merge with itself, so that there is no like these weird overlapping corners, right? That's what I'm trying to solve now. So if I merge afterwards, okay, that is doing something. No, oh fuck. Yeah. So let's actually output this for now. Okay, so as you can see, there's these weird loops which I actually want to eliminate. So if I increase the merge distance, really hard to see now. Yeah, here it like now I solve these edges, right? These overlapping corners. But the problem is that I also reduce the number of yeah, so I have these stuff like yeah, I've now merged these points, but it turned into a single edge instead of a. So maybe that's why it's kind of broken, right? Yeah, like here. Okay, so how does actually the. Oh, right, because it can't generate the curve out of these. This is the problem. Yeah, because the fill holes doesn't exist, which would be really handy if it did. So if I try to output this, let's see what happens. Okay, it is actually kind of correct, except for this thing, which is completely makes everything terrible. So this side is great, but this side for some reason likes to go all the way to here. And maybe I need to triangulate here. Triangulation, right? Triangulate, shortest diagonal. Nope, that still doesn't work. Okay. What about fixed? No, fixed alternates. Nothing happens. Minimum vertices 4. So I thought that it would at least like fix these super long edges. But it doesn't for some reason. And guns doesn't solve anything either. Okay, so okay, this is getting worse than I expected. So the thing is that it kind of works, except for these like super long edges. The problem is with these super long edges, when you change elevation, right, it's gonna be looking awful if you add noise. So it would be great to be able to do some kind of like Delanoy triangulation on this edge, but Blender doesn't have that yet. Nope. Is there like a remesh or something? Geometry. Convex hull. That's not what I want. Geometry proximity. Merge by distance. Raycast. Okay, so how does the mesh look without merging? Let's destroy this. How does the mesh look without merging? That's not actually what I wanted. I wanted to just skip this step. Okay, so if I don't merge, then the curve is actually correct, right? I mean, like, it doesn't create these weird, long, super long triangles. So maybe what I'm going to have to do is just be a little bit more careful with my inside parts. That kind of sucks because I really wanted to be able to I really want to be able to not care. What is connected? Only merge vertices along existing edges. Oh my god, this is, I think, exactly what I need. Okay, let's try that. Hey! Hey, hey. Hey, hey, this is exactly what I need. Wow. Okay, cool. So what this does is that because I used to have this all, it completely ruins because because it also merges these opposite edges, right? The thing is that I want to merge adjacent vertices like this. But I don't want to merge vertices that are across of each other. So this one and this one. And the problem is that this exactly happens in these bottlenecks, right? Like here. In this bottleneck that I had here. As you can see, this one. So it actually merged these vertices here, which I don't want. And surprise, surprise, this connected option actually solves that. That is amazing. And I don't have these long triangles anymore. Wow. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, so now it would be cool to be able to so now when I merge this, right? When I merge this, I have this nicer hole, but the problem is that there are these tiny gaps. And why do these tiny gaps exist? That's because our old grass is not merged, right? I'm not merging the vertices of the old grass edge. I'm only merging the vertices of the filled mesh. So actually what I need to do is I need to do the merging step before everything. So how do I do that, right? Merge by distance has a selection parameter. This is how I do it. So what I need to do is I need to move this merge by distance to here, and then select the inner edge for merging. And now everything is far easier, right? Because if I just bypass this, it should work. Nope, it doesn't. Why? I don't know. So let's disconnect that, right? Let's merge. Okay, we are merging. We are merging. I see. I think I think it should actually be before everything. It should be here. And then the inner edge is actually this. Yes, there it is. Cool. Okay, so I am actually, like, I select the inner edge. Wow, my god, this is so good. This is so good. Like, making this in Unity, for example, would take such a long time to implement. Oh no, there is a problem. Oh yeah, this problem is because of the fill holes thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna make this a little bit separated. But anyway, I'm surprised that it works quite well. I wish that there was like a better fill holes modifier. That's all. That's all. But yeah, let's put a UV map on this. So so the thing is that this is my inner edge, which I'm merging by 10 meters. Okay. And then I am taking the face. Oh yeah, this is where I'm actually doing the UV map. So I'm actually going to move this whole UV map thing to the end. I'm going to join these two geometries actually, instead of having this. Instead of having this, I'm going to merge geometries here. Right, these two geometries. Let's actually reroute, make a little nicer thing. Okay, so there's, whoops, wrong maximization. So this part, this whole part is about the grass, right? And this part, this lower part that is I'm merging here is the road. And in the end, so instead of merging the road and the piece of the grass outside of the fill, I actually merge the inner grass to the whole grass, right? And then after this, I'm going to change the UV. So yeah, basically I'm gonna put this here, and that should do the trick, right? Instead of calculating the UV here. So I just pass this, and then this should be passed here. Right? Is this gonna do it? Kind of. But the problem here is that it's using a road texture. Yeah, so I have to actually assign a material. I have to assign the material to the material. I have to assign a material to the fill, to the hole. Sorry. And I'm going to do that at the very end. Set material index. So let's just put it to 1. And it doesn't work. Nice. If I convert this to mesh, is it going to use it? It's not going to use it. Oh no. Fuck! What the fuck? We can't undo? We can't undo the mesh? Wait, no. Oh, okay. Shh. I had the wrong keyboard on. Woo! This was close to disaster. I should save more often. Okay, so I don't know why this doesn't work. Okay, let's just set a material. Set material. And I'm going to say grass. Cool, except that's the wrong grass. It should be Finland grass. Okay, why didn't it change? That's weird. So this thing works, but this thing doesn't work. So how come setting material to Finland grass here strange? Anything else works, but this doesn't work. So if I create a mesh, it still doesn't work. Finland grass, but it's. Oh right, I just remembered. I think it's probably the. Whoops. So I think the problem is actually vertex color or something. This is strange. Why is it black? Why is it black if I'm assigning a UV map? So the road actually works, right? But the grass doesn't. How come when this is actually using the grass? I think this might be a bug in Blender. And what if I set material index as well? So the material index is either 0 or 1, right? Yeah, I don't get why it's dark. Because otherwise, if you don't set the material, it uses a road texture. What the hell? That's weird. So setting material does something weird. I'm not sure. So let me inspect. Did I actually save this? Okay, so let's save this just in case. So the UI map is there. Inner edge, light map. Light map is there. Let's destroy the light map. Right, I do think actually it's the vertex colors, right? Because if I create a new vertex color, let's just paint vertex color in this. There it is. So it's actually vertex color. Okay, it was just black. Okay. So I'm going to paint. I'm gonna have to set vertex color of this thing to be 1 of the whole, and I'm going to have to do it by setting an attribute named attribute, which is a color. Doesn't exist. That's interesting. Oh, light map, there it is. Yeah, so store named attribute. It's gonna be oh, I can just choose a name here. Oh, right, vector. It's a vector face corner, right? No, color. Byte color face corner. Right? Why doesn't it appear? The attribute is wait, how am I doing this with UV? I have to remember. Store named attribute with a value. Right. So basically, I'm just gonna set color like this. Oh, I don't even need this. I can just assign it. But the problem is that the name is not here, so why is that? It should be called light map. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it was not in the list. Okay, cool. Yes, we solved that. So the light map vertex color is now white. Cool. We have this inner, completely procedurally generated. So, the coolest thing about all this we did was that we can like move things and it will automatically work, right? Just like here, where it doesn't work. So yeah, I wish there was like a fill hole thing, but this is close. Close. Yeah, maybe Blender is gonna add some nicer hole filling. This is kind of a weird way to, approximate the nearest neighbor. Anyway, yeah, we have a nice hole now. And what we can do now also is, yeah, we can say that we have actually finished this. We have finished this process. I just had an idea. I just had an idea. And that is that the whole filling is actually happening after the noise is applied to the mesh, but it should actually be afterwards. So let's try to add noise after everything, eh? Actually, let's try it first in game. Okay. I have to convert all the attributes, export avid Finland, and then also reverts. So, testing in game. Vertex normal. I don't know what you mean by vertex normal. There are no normals actually. Okay, so my trees are not rendering again. I've totally forgotten what I did with the trees. But, as you can see, our hole is now filled. We can go to the other side without falling into the abyss. Except there is the abyss at a few points. Does the track get generated automatically? Yes, so everything is... the track, I mean, look, the track is not generated automatically. I have spline, so this is the spline. As you can see here, I have these control points. And basically, I can just change these, I can change the spline and it will procedurally generate the hole. It will fill the gap between the roads, right? And so what I can do is I can just really easily like add more. Why are these trees not being updating from the, I don't know. Oh, because I have two curves now, right? Oh, Jesus. Okay, another problem. But yeah, basically it does work. Where are the trees? Yeah, the trees are have disappeared. And I need to remember what I did. Why did the trees appear last time and not this time? Something to do with the UV map not being correct. This is not bad. I really need a co-driver now, telling me where the turns are, because it's hard to see behind the hills. I like this part. Okay, so I think when it comes to filling up the hole, we kind of did it, except that I would like to have... Oh, right, it's actually, it wouldn't change anything. So I wanted to add noise afterwards, after it fills up, but the problem is that, can I actually subdivide a whole? I don't think this is gonna really work. Is there decimate? There is no decimate. Subdivide mesh. Subdivision surface, what's the difference? So, if we subdivide the grass, what happens then? Okay, so it gets more polygons, right? But do I really want to do that? Yeah, it has these weird shapes now. Like this sawtooth. Wait. Like this kind of a sawtooth shape. Yeah, subdivision is not actually what I want to do. Yeah, let's just leave it like this, right? It actually is pretty good. Like, it's almost good. I just need to make sure that this part is not like overlapping like this, and I can do that by shrinking the inner edge a bit. It's probably gonna solve most of my problems. There it is. You see, if I shrink the edge a bit, then the this merge is correct. Okay, and on the other side I had a similar problem. Yeah, because let's try to make this a bit. Okay, maybe I need to just no, not that. Maybe if I make it a bit rounder. Like this. Okay, that solves the problem. There we have a vertex merge here. And I don't think there's any more holes. No. So that's great, right? That's great. But the thing is that these trees should actually be over the hole as well, and I don't know why they're not. It's because what I do here is I split by smoothness, right? And this is not smoothed. So I actually want to turn this into a smooth as well parts, which I'm going to say set smooth. The whole needs to be smooth, right? Set smooth. There it is. Okay, and now the trees should be over it. Nice. Cool. Okay. So now we have some trees over it. And why don't trees convert? Oh, right. I remembered. Because we need to, when I export, I need to convert the individual objects, right? That was the bug. So I have to apply and convert, and then apply and convert this. And now I can actually export it, and it should work. Let's hope it works. The problem is that the UVs were at 0, 0, which is completely transparent. So the trees were there, but they were completely transparent because the UVs were incorrect. And here, as we can see, they're here. Oh no, there is this. What is this? What is this polygon? Is it part of the track? Or is it a tree? Okay, it is a tree because it's not colliding. Yeah. Okay, so what am I gonna do with the trees? The thing that I'm gonna use with the trees, do with the trees, is I'm gonna replace this system. Now I'm starting to remember that. I'm starting to understand the track a bit. This is the tricky one. This part is really nice. Yeah, the jump is really hard to control. Jump. Good. Finally. Oh, perfect. Perfect braking. Okay, now I'm starting to get this track. Nice. Oh, what? Okay, I got stuck into a mesh. Oh, there's a little... Yeah. So, yeah. There's some overlapping polygons after all. perfect. Almost. Okay. Let me do one more jump and then I'm done. This is getting addicting. Oh no. Poor. Cool, okay. Nice. Okay, maybe you can add some random on tree. Damn, Hunter Greg don't like English words. Random color, size, rotation, and add some chamois, of course. Well, actually, what I want to do now. So, thing is, we have completed this. Yes, we have. The procedural central hole is done. What I want is now. I kind of don't like this turn. I want to like straighten it, and also I want to fix this overlap here, the annoying overlap. So instead of this, I'm going to. Oh, it's actually changing the whole track a bit. Okay, I'm gonna straighten this up and just have it like straight, pretty much. And then there's a tricky left-hander here over the hill. Whoops. Okay. And yeah, the trees are over the track now, but I'm gonna fix that. So the thing is that actually I kind of want to remove all the trees from here and instead generate them in the engine. So the problem is that if you make the trees too dense, let's see if I can actually copy the curve points. I can't do that. So what's this called? Finland road trees, right? So I'm gonna copy this, and then oh right, I have another idea. So instead of actually copying this curve, I'm just going to take a source, Finland roads, right? I'm just gonna get it as a source. Object info, Finland roads, and instead of using the source, this curve of the object as the source, I'm gonna use the Finland road as the source. So now it should be consistent, and it's completely not, and I don't know why. Oh, I know why. And it's because it's using the source after it's been generated. Okay, so I can't actually do that. Okay. I'm just going to temporarily copy this. And then delete this. Say that these are the trees. And then I'm going to replace this for Finland trees. Okay, so this is how I fix my tree and the road issue. So the two curves are now identical, but they're still a copy. Oh, you know what? Maybe I can just instance it. Oh no, I can't, because then it's gonna completely ruin the... Okay, anyway, this is gonna be it. But yeah, let's try to actually increase the density, and let's see what happens then. I'm gonna double the density for the beginning, right? Instead of 0, 0, 1, let's make it 0, 0, 2. Apply and convert. Apply and convert. GLTF. Export to Finland. Okay, let's try now. Okay, yes, so we have the same bug from yesterday. And I have no idea why and what is going on. So basically, if there's too many vertices, it seems, it will completely mess up. Look at that. It looks great. It looks amazing. But just not what I intend. So, yeah. It's like, it definitely has to do something with vertices being a different type. Maybe because thing is that when it goes over 65,000 vertices, it turns into indices. It turns from a 16-bit index to a 32-bit index. So something gets messed up there, and so UVs and positions are completely screwed. It looks really nice. It looks really nice. Artsy, very artsy. But not what I want. So instead of fixing my issue with the importer, I'm gonna hack it. And the way I'm gonna do it is that... The way I'm gonna do it is that instead of spawning trees, I'm gonna just create vertices. Yes. You heard me right. So instead of having these instances, I'm going to keep them for debugging, right? So that I can see the trees. But I'm just going to convert points to meshes, points to mesh, mesh to points, points to vertices. Turn points and then just output this mesh, right? Is there like a switch? Okay, true, false. Okay, so let's use this true, false. So if it's false, use the vertices. If it's not, use... Okay, so I can very easily switch between instances and vertices. So what I do here is that I have a mesh that only has vertices. As you can see, there are vertices, but there's no mesh. And the reason why I do this is so that in the game I can pick this up I'm sorry, just a moment. So in the game I'm gonna use these vertices to spawn my own trees. Tree instances. Instead of having the export as a mesh. But let's see if this actually even works. So can I actually load a mesh without any polygons, without any indices? I can't remember. I might have an assert there that tells me like, oh, you're trying to load a mesh that doesn't have any indices, only vertices. Okay. What does it say? Any errors? Any errors? object by the name of reverse light. That's not it. Yeah, one more thing. I want to change the name of this mesh, which I can't do. Can you actually set name mesh name object? Wait a minute, there is an object random number. Oh, I think that's actually my own. Yeah, that's my that's my group. Okay, that's my utility. Okay, so realize instances. What did I want to do now? I wanted to export this, and then I need to get it as an object. Alright, so let's actually inspect. When I apply this, what's going to be the name of the mesh? Bezier curve 017. Which is already that, right? Let's say this is called Finland trees. Okay. So that now when I export it, this name is going to be Finland roads, right? So when I export the trees, and I load it in the game, I'm able to now search through it. Meshes, Finland Road, there it is. Index count 6,000, nice. But what I need is Finland trees, which doesn't exist. Okay, so yeah, I definitely am discarding a mesh that doesn't have any vertices. Sorry, that doesn't have any indices. Because I don't want to render those meshes, right? So it makes sense that I discard them. But in this case, I actually do want to load a mesh without any vertices, without any indices. I think the road is too slippery. Yeah, it is. Actually, the problem is that the road is slippery on very low velocity. So I'm going to have to like change it up a bit. But at high speed, it should be maybe even less slippery. Sorry, I mean more slippery, less grippy. It should be more grippy at low speed. That's what I'm saying. So how am I gonna hack around this? I have my own engine and I need to hack around it. The way I'm gonna hack around this is I'm just gonna create a mesh that's not gonna do anything. So let's create an empty mesh primitives. Let's create a mesh circle, 3 vertices. Wait, how can a mesh circle can have 2 vertices? No, it can't. Triangles. Okay, so let's see how this looks like. Where's the mesh? What is the mesh? Oh, there it is. There we go. So it's like a triangle that has 3 vertices, right? And so what are we going to do now is we are going to, so because this mesh is going to have these the triangles, and this one triangle. Actually, there's not one triangle. This is 3 triangles. So maybe I should put a quad instead of a mesh circle. Fill none. Does this do the trick? No, it doesn't. Okay. N-gon. Oh, yeah, let's just use an n-gon. And it's a triangle, as we can see here. We have 3 indices. Okay, so, and now I'm going to join this up with my trees. So I have a bunch of vertices, right? Strewn across the whole field. And then I have copy location. Did I move this? No, I didn't. I don't think I did. Okay, so where are they? Why doesn't it work? Okay, oh wait, this is not the right one. Finland trees, that's the one. Okay. So I am joining. Oh, right, because I don't want to realize instance. Oh no, I do want to realize instances. Points to vertices. Okay, let's actually move that behind. Okay, so instead of having this, I do this, right? So let's try to put this as the output. So yes, I have these vertices, which are infinitesimally small. But if I join it with an n-gon circle, for some reason these vertices disappear. Okay. So let's see if this actually even exports. Okay. Apply and convert. Apply and convert. Export models Finland GLTF. Revert. Okay. So let's see. Textures, meshes. Finland trees. There it is. So. Oh, GPU index count 3, but it doesn't tell me how many vertices it has. Okay, I just didn't add it, I guess, to the engine. I have to rebuild the engine now. So let's go to the engine. And add this to the GUI. Render engine GUI. Okay, so for the meshes, mesh. GPU index count. Okay, so let's add. Does it have a vertex count even? Why don't I just do this? What is the size? Okay. So I do already have a GPU index count. But yeah, anyway, yeah, let's do this. You can replace this with a mesh. Okay. And now I need to build this again. Making changes to the engine. Very dangerous. Build surprisingly fast. Okay, assets, meshes, trees. Indices 3, vertices 3, GPU index count 3. You know there is one problem. There's a big problem. There's a big problem. The problem is that I'm optimizing the meshes, and that's where these that's where the vertices that are unwanted disappear. Ugh. I have one final trick up my sleeve. Okay. My final trick is to create triangles out of each tree. Okay, let's try this. So I have the circle mesh here. Instead of realizing this, I'm gonna realize the circle. So let's move the switch backwards. And use an instance here. And instead of this, we are going to do, we're not going to do the switch. No, what's the, yeah, this is it. Instead of this switch, I'm just gonna put this inside. So now, for each of the tree, I generate a little triangle, as you can see. Which is great. Which is awful. I'm gonna put the radius of this to be like quite small. Like 0.1, 0.01, so that you can barely see it. But there's somewhere over there. Let's make it 0.1. Okay, there is one. Okay, let's make it 1 just for the test. So now when I export each tree, each like quotation marks tree is gonna be at the triangle. It's gonna be 1 triangle. And the thing is that means that I can have how many vertices? How many vertices? 65,000 by 3. So I can have a maximum of about 21,666. Oh, nice number. Trees in my map before I fuck everything up. Which is not bad. I think that's not a bad number. I haven't even tested if my engine can support this number. Yeah, let's test this. So let me export this. Trees. Till it is apply, select everything, exports, and reverts. Okay, so we can see that the trees quotation marks work because there are these purple polygons everywhere. So that's where I'm going to put trees. So what I want to do now is in the game, go to my main. So I managed to export tree positions, right? In my main, I'm going to find okay, where am I generating everything? Where am I generating colliders actually? Colliders. There it is. It's over here. Add colliders to everything. So after adding colliders to everything, because we're not going to add tree colliders for now, I'm going to find a mesh. I'm going to find a game object. Alright, I need to load it in the scene first. So scene find an object with the name of Finland trees. Finland trees. Let's see if this actually works. It might be called Finland Tree 0. So actually what I'm doing now, because I keep forgetting that I need to explain everything that I do. Basically what I want is I want to replace each of these triangles with an instance of a tree in the game. To bypass my vertex limit. and also so that I don't need to write a script in Blender to convert trees into instances. So yeah, let's see actually in the log. Oh, there it is. GLTF, primitive 0 of mesh. Finland trees is no material rendering as magenta, that's fine. Object not found. Actually, so it did actually try find a Finland trees, right? Finland trees exists. It does. Perfect. Okay, I can actually like change position of it. As you can see, the magenta triangle is going up and down, which is nice. Okay, so we have found this object, and now I'm gonna fetch a mesh from it. And basically, what I need to do is of vertices of the mesh. Yeah, let me fetch this whole array. So it's gonna be tree vertices. Let's call them tree verts. And for each third tree vert, right, I'm gonna increase that by 3. And the size is going to be tree vert size. I'm going to, for each of these, I'm going to spawn a new tree, right? And the way I'm going to do that is that I have this tree, which is called spruce bushier. I actually need to find it first. Let's see. I need to find the spruce bushier as well. Spruce go. Bushier, and I'm gonna duplicate this new object. Let's call it new spruce. Is scene duplicate spruce go. Okay, and that's gonna be the new spruce. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna new spruce dot transform dot position is going to be a tree verts dot size tree verts I. That's the position, right? Oh no, it's sorry, it's, oh fuck, I need to make a position. GLM vec3 x, right, because the vertex is actually really pure. Pos y tree verts pos z, right? Okay, so I'm doing a lot. Basically what I need to do, so what I'm doing here is that I am replacing each first vertex of a triangle with a spruce object, right? And let's see if this actually works or not. It might be a complete disaster. Oh, there it is. Actually works, but it's completely misplaced. And I think it's completely misplaced because there's also the position of the object, which I completely neglected. Nice, we have some trees. So each of these trees is actually an instance. If I render a bounce, you can see that each of these trees is a separate instance. So I'm actually, you know, if I'm not looking at those trees behind me, I'm not rendering them, which is nice. So I have a frustum culling. Oh, you can see the individual, like the tires, the wheels are being also the bounding modes around them. Okay, so I need to add the position of the base mesh as well. So Finland trees, yeah, I need to add this transform position plus, and that should be about it, right? I just remember that actually I'm updating positions of each of the objects in the world, which also includes static objects. I can totally like not have to update static objects. There it is. So what I actually need to do now is I need to hide these purple triangles. Oops, accidental reverse. Nice, and now what I can do is I can wiggle, I can change the scale and stuff of trees procedurally. In my engine instead of Blender. Let's see how many trees we can render, okay? Let's increase the density now. Now that we can render these trees, I can just go here and shadow too. What about the shadow? Oh right, adding shadows. Right, that's gonna be a bit complicated. No, actually I can use the I can do that in Blender. I might try it. Yeah, the problem is that instances don't work really well with shadows. Let's see. So yeah, what I wanted to do now is, let me turn on the AC. It's getting really hot. Okay. Geometry node. Geometry nodes. Geometry nodes. Geometry node. Geometry node. Huh. Yeah, let's increase the density. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, let's put it to 0, 1. That's a bit too many, eh? That's a bit too many. Okay, let's increase to like 0.04. That's also too many, but why not, eh? Actually, that is probably, so how many is there? 35,000? No, 3,500. 3,500 faces. Okay. Let's try this. It's gonna blow up my computer. Actually, now I need to increase the number of total objects, because it's not gonna let me add more objects. Does it actually do it? So, game object size, create. Oh yeah, it's gonna fire up. It's gonna be like, you can't do that. Max objects capacity is 1024. Can you set it? I totally forgot if you can set it. So the constructor, okay, you can pass it. You can pass the number. Right, okay. So you can pass the number when I'm constructing the scene. Let's see. Okay, there it is. So yeah, let's just increase it to like 10,000. That might be enough. Okay, let's try this. Okay, save. Do I save? Yes, I save. Convert. Export. Models. Finland. Export. Revert. Under tree like the car. Oh, you mean like a blob for each tree? That would be too expensive. But I could have like a top-down shadow map of some sort. Oh my god, it works. It works, and it's actually like rendering. So each tree is a separate drop hole, by the way. Which, yeah, it is a bit slow, but also I'm streaming, so. Nice. Now, of course, all of the trees are completely identical. No variations. We're gonna add some variations now. Nice. I can actually like drive fast on that flat out section. Okay, so one nice thing is that I can actually kind of reduce the number of these trees in Blender by adding some noise, so that, you know, not the whole forest is this uniform. Let's actually do something like that. So that's actually pretty nice, right? Okay, let's bump up to something crazier and see how this works. Like 0.8, so it's double the amount. So it's 5.5 thousand faces, 5.5 thousand trees. Okay, let's try this. Apply, export, Finland, export, nice, okay. And then also revert. Very nice, yeah, it is, okay. Whoa, okay, there is a bit of lag. And there are no errors from the engine, so... Yeah, there's actually no lag. I don't know why was there lag at the beginning. It's actually impressive that... So, what's the number of draw calls? It's like 2,000 draw calls. That's actually not that bad, you know? Like, many modern games will do... You know, 1,000 draw calls. It's still kind of a waste because it's all on the CPU. This is nice. Oh! Nice. I should add colliders to the trees as well. And I should probably remove these purple blobs under each tree. Not bad. Without OBS, it would run pretty smoothly as well. Boom. Okay. So, that was a nice test. Let's keep it at 10,000, but you know what? I'm gonna add some variety. So now it's very it's very bland. So let's limit the creation of these trees by adding some noise to their so the thing is that I think that distribute points on faces has a selection input. Okay, you can also change the seed. Oh, I'm not using the random value. What about plugging random value into it? Right. So this actually just works. Even with this. Okay, what about just having a vector? That doesn't work. This is weird. Like, you can actually select things. Minimum? Okay. But what is it using as a... Is it just an index? Maybe it's an index of some sort. I'm not actually sure. But what I really want to do... Oh, I see. I think this is like a... It's picking triangles. So it's picking different triangles, I think. But what I want to do actually is modify by... Oh, you can use a Poisson disk as well. What I want to do is I want to use a Perley noise or something. Let's see. What if I use a noise texture? And then plug this FEC into this. Doesn't really work. What if I plug density into it? So 0.08. Okay. So I need to map its map range between 0 and 0.08. But minimum I can reduce maybe. Okay. So if I reduce the scale, right, this is cool. This is cool. It seems to be working, so I just need some nice numbers. So maybe I even reduce the scale even more. 0, 0, 1, so that's like 1 in 100. Right, not from. It should map into a minimum. Okay, 0.08, 0. Okay, what if I do this and then I modify the... Okay. Hey, this is not bad. This is not bad. It's a bit fiddly, but... Okay, I don't know if you can see, it's a bit tiny. But basically, we've added this... there's like a empty patch here. Oh yeah, by the way, I can probably switch to my spruce mesh so you see it. There it is. Yeah, so as you can see, we can pick, like, we can have some holes in our forest so that it's not like just... That's what I'm trying to do all this time, by the way. So like reduce the number of total number of trees. And now I can just modify these numbers. Whoops. Okay, this is very sensitive. So yeah, I think I should probably, if I add some detail, it's gonna add more, like, yeah, I should also reduce the scale probably. Yeah, now there's more, a bit of a forest. Okay, cool. That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's try this, right? But is it... Yeah, I think it is XZ based. Distortion scale. I think it looks pretty nice. Except that we should really like randomize rotations and stuff, but we should do that in I wanted to say we should do that in Unity. This is not Unity. We should do that in Engine. I just got an idea. What if I actually use the orientation of the triangles for my rotation? That would be kind of ridiculous. Okay, let's try this first. Export, revert. Oh! Did I forgot to... Select everything. Possibly. Yep, I did. So, yeah, we have this very density of trees, which is pretty nice. Nothing happened. No one saw that. Okay, so I got an idea to use the triangles as a rotation and scale for the trees. So what we are going to do in Blender is actually we're going to randomize the rotations of each of the objects. Yes. And the way that we do that is let's remove that so that I can see that all of the triangles are facing into the right, into the one direction right now. But here I have my beautiful instance, which you can change the rotation of, and you can't for some reason. Why doesn't it work? Oh, it does work. It's just it's angles, so it's very small rotations. Okay, so basically I want to randomize this. Random. Okay, what if I just plug random into this? Oh, that just works. Okay. Sometimes Blender is pretty magical, but I want to rotate only the Z. So I'm going to combine X, Y, Z and rotate only the Z. And the rotation, there it is. It's going to be from 0 to, wait a minute, if I put it to 0, the maximum is it pi or is it 360? It's definitely not 360. So I think it's probably pi. That's weird because like when you give it, oh right, it has rotation here. So maybe I should degree convert. Is there like converting degrees to radians? No. Okay. So basically I should have a pi, right? Or should it be 2 pi? It should be 2 pi, right? So 3.14 by 2 is 6 something, 6.3. Cool. Okay, so we have random rotation, but we also want to have a bit of a random scale, right? But the scale should follow the distribution a bit. Let's try to add some scale randomization. Whoops. So, what did I do? Okay, I didn't do anything. If I use a random value on the scale, nice, nice. Okay, yes, I'm gonna make it to 1. And let's make it from 0.3 to 1. Something like that, 0.5. So right now it's totally random. Let's try this actually. So what I'm going to do in the... So basically, I can find the rotations from the... Because I have 3 vertices of the triangle, right? I can get the rotation from the 2 vertices, and I can get the scale from the direction of 2 vertices. I can get rotation, and from the distance between the 2 adjacent vertices, I can actually get the scale, which is very nice, very nice. So here I have 3 verts. Oh no, I need to convert to a position. Okay, let's do this. P0 is going to be this. Is going to be this. And then P1 is going to be 3 verts y1 plus I plus 1. Right, and now what we can do, what we can do now is we can calculate the direction, right? P1 minus P0, and that direction is going to be our rotation. So new spruce rotation, no, transform rotation, set Euler rotation. No, we're gonna just edit the quaternion, right? Look at LH. Right, is it look at, is this a transform, or is it the quaternion? Quad look at. Okay, quad look at direction, right? So hopefully this will randomize, this will give us a new direction. What does it say? No instance of function template matches the argument list. The rotation is quads. Quad look at LH. Ah, I see. I need an up as well. Argument list. Yeah, the problem is the argument list. Right, I need an up as well, which I already have somewhere, I think. Up. I think I do have it somewhere. There it is. No, it's not that. Up, there it is. Okay, well, I can just move it up here. Okay, so now, yes, there it is. Okay, so the rotation hopefully should be randomized. Let's try. And after I do random rotation and scale, I'm gonna go sleep. Okay, so is it random? I can't even tell if it's... it looks like it's not. Oh right, I didn't export. I didn't export the new this. Okay. So yeah, let's turn this into save roads, convert trees, convert export models. Hopefully this is the last time I'm going to export things tonight. Okay. Yes, it is random, as far as I can tell. Yeah, so they're not exactly the same. Some of them are similar, but not everyone. Cool. So rotation works. And now I have to find a scale, right? And the scale I can find through this direction. The length of this direction is going to be the scale. Did I make the radius of this 1? Yeah, I did. So it should be 1, right? I think so. No, it's not 1. Whatever. Oh, wait. Is it 1? If you create a circle, so here's a little brainstormer. If you create a circle that has a radius of 1, and then you inscribe a triangle inside it, like this. Okay, so it's not actually, if the radius is 1, this is not 1. So yeah, I was wondering. I'm sorry for my beautiful. So this thing is not the same as this thing. But that's fine. We're just going to scale it a bit. So yeah, the scale, new spruce transform scale is GLM vec3 scale. Does this work? Oh yeah, I can just say multiply by scale, right? Nice. Okay. So we should have randomized scale now. Crocodile time. Yeah, me too. I don't know what the yeah, me too refers to. Oh, we're going to sleep, maybe. Okay, so it definitely has different scale. It's much bigger, as expected. Wow, this is like Sequoia forest now. Okay. But is it randomized? It's hard to tell. Okay, I'm definitely going to like multiply the whole thing by like 0.5. Okay, I think this is about like correct scale, but is it actually randomized? That's so there should be trees that are like 0.5 sized. It looks very even actually, so I don't think it works. Are the triangles actually different scales? I can't tell. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. Let's make the scale more dramatic. More dramatic, like 0.05, so that they're like super tiny trees. Let's see if I can actually... Oh yeah, so there are some triangles that are super small. Okay, save this. One more time. Select everything. Export models. Finland. And revert. Cool. Okay, so let's see. Is the scale randomized? Wait a minute. Looks like the trees are thinner. Oh, right. Wait, I'm doing something wrong with here. Am I multiplying the whole thing? Let's do this. Interesting. Interesting. It should scale the whole thing. But why doesn't it? Maybe I just have to do this, right? Not on Z. Yeah, I don't know why is it only one. It shouldn't be, but let's see. Huh. It still is like thinning the trees instead of making them shorter. Really weird. Wait. The scale, I am scaling the whole thing. Not just one component. I think this is... It's really strange. Let's see if actually, you know, I can actually debug this. I can actually debug this by going through all the scene, and then there's so many spruce bush ears, but let's scale. Oh, yeah, I can see that the scale here is like 1.5. 1.5, 1.5. It's 1.5 everywhere. So why is it 1.5 everywhere? I should have debugged this a long time ago. Maybe because the scale is something else. Let's call this tree scale. That's so strange. P0, P1, 1 plus 2, Seems like the scale is always 1.5 for some reason. So are the rotations actually randomized? You sail after the 4. I don't know what you mean by sail. So let's see if the rotations are actually randomized. They are, okay. So the rotations are randomized, but the scale you mean I scale, right? That's what you mean. I scale after 4. It's in the 4. Yeah, it is in the 4. And I am referencing the new spruce the same way that I'm referencing rotation. So this is really strange. P1 minus P0, right? It's a vector 3. It's a float. Oh! Oh. Return the counts of components of the vector. Oh. So why is it 1.5? Because the number of elements in the vector is 3, which I multiply with 0.5. Oh my god. So this is not the length of the vector. This is the number of elements in the vector. Jesus. I'm so stupid. Okay, so yeah, I think that actually it's like GLM length or something. Yeah, returns the norm of a quaternions. Of quaternions, not the quaternion. Can you actually do it with yeah, you can also do it with a. So I think this is the proper. This is the length. So stupid. Oh my god, so stupid. Yeah, that's a problem when you call something length all the time. I like that in C sharp you know, like a list has a count. It's clear what the count is and what the length is. So there it is. Now it works. Yeah, now we have these super tiny trees. But for some reason they seem to be like scaled vertically. Nice. So we have different sizes of trees now. Okay, and now we don't really need to have these tiny trees. I can make them scale from not 0.05 but like 0.5. And let's make them 0.4 or something like that. Okay. But yeah, and also I don't need to. Yeah, I can increase the size now a bit. Maybe 0. Maybe, yeah, maybe I don't need to scale it at all. So cool, we actually managed to pack a lot of information in those triangles using the rotation and the scale. Cool. Now we kind of need more trees, right? because yeah, there is also the variety in the scale. But yeah, we also need to like not have these super tiny trees. Okay, so let's export again. No exports. Okay, it's not bad. Cool. Okay, so yeah, now we are definitely sure that we are embedding the information inside those triangles. Cool, really nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna like finish up soon. So I did manage to finish both things that I wanted. Boom. Oh, you know what else we can do till I leave? Oh, well. No, I'm gonna leave that for another time. I wanted to add colliders to all the trees, but yeah, that might be too complicated. Not too complicated, just that there could be a bug or something and then I would need to fix and stuff like that. So it's nice like this. Now I really need some grass. Now for grass, I could even just do that in engine by raycasting. Remove triangles. Yeah, I should remove the triangles. So basically, what I can do is I can just say trees go dot render is false. And there it is. No triangles. So the mesh is still there, loaded in the game, but it just doesn't render, which is totally fine. Okay, so I'm going to go as well. I see that you're going. So yeah, nice. We got something done. The trees and the hole has been filled. So that's very nice. I think that I can do this. Whoops. Wrong button. Which is very nice when you have done everything that you imagined. No! Oh my god. Oh, the shadow is still working, right? Yeah, I can always restart. Okay. I think that one of the cool things that I could do is I could... Because, yeah, all the trees... Their, how to say, the bottoms of their leaves are kind of in the same position. So it would be nice to like wiggle the position, the vertical position a bit, randomize, so that they don't always have the same, you know, height of the leaves. So when you look from the side, you can see that they're all, you can see the white skybox or fog through them. Nice to be able to hide. Yeah, so I can also wiggle the rotation a bit like sideways instead of just making them perfectly upright, right? And stuff like that, which I can experiment with maybe on the next stream, which I don't know when it's gonna be. But yeah, thank you a lot for joining the stream. A lot has been done today. Next one, I don't know where it's gonna be. Tomorrow, maybe. I'm gonna promise. I'm not promising anything. I'm just saying maybe. So, yeah, thanks for joining the stream. And yeah, tomorrow is the finals of the last stages of Rally Finland. So hopefully that will be fun to watch. See you next time on another stream.